those things that we dream about, those passions, that singing. You know, someone would say, well, should you be investing money in going to the studio? I mean, that's such a long shot. But when it's your passion, how can I not write a novel? Even if I can't get it in Borders right now, I'm going to write it and I'll sell it from the trunk of my car. I'll do whatever I have to do because that's my passion. And when you see people who are very successful, they're people who yielded to their passion and just let it consume their life. And they threw away the notion that my passion is safe. If it's too safe, it's probably not your passion. It's probably your job. If it's too safe, it's just your job. Your passion is what you dream about while you're at your job. There's a great book I just ordered a few weeks ago by Delantro McNeil, and it's called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. And in this book, he's a very, very extremely successful motivational speaker as well as entrepreneur. And he writes about how to make the transition from working your 9 to 5 to living your passion. And it's an awesome book because I find it's good when you connect with other people that help you realize you're not crazy. Because sometimes you can talk to people and say, well, I'm writing a book, I'm singing, I'm helping people with their startups, and they go, come back to earth. You got a great job, you have great benefits, you have an awesome 401k. What more do you want? If that's what life is, then I'm sorely disappointed. I want to live my passions. I want to experience the things that I dream about. You said you hear music in your sleep. That's phenomenal. So I'm not the only one, Sharice. I don't hear music, but I'll wake up and I'll tap her and I say, it's 3:30, but baby, you're not going to believe this. But I think that what we should do is we should do this session on such and such. She's like, so on goes the lights, get the laptop out. Come on, I want to get it while it's fresh. And my book is published. I'm waiting for it to come back from the printers now. And it's called Room for Greatness, 31 Days to Empower Life. And she lived every one of those days. When I hear it, I think the whole house should hear about it. So not only is your passion never secret, it's never safe, and then it's never satisfying. Because it's always consuming. Once you obtain one thing, you only find out that was just to get you to a broader room. Now you're like, oh my God, now I want to make a duet. Now I want to write a children's album. Now I want to do this, I want to do that. It's never, I don't believe that you're satisfied until the day you take that long sleep and you're finally dead. I think life should be an ever-changing quest to conquer more and more and more. Sharice was sharing with me that Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, whom I love very dearly, he didn't open his first restaurant until he was nearly 70. And I think, and when you think about it, how he lived, he had less time to do more with his passion. He did more in just a few years than the 7 years he lived getting up to his passion. That's how powerful your passion is. Your best days are really ahead of you. Once you start reaching for your passion, it's going to pull you into this great place in your life that getting up is not a problem. It's never just, oh, is it Friday yet? I can't believe it's Friday. I spent the whole week working on my passion. It's a great thing. It's never satisfying. It's always ever consuming. And then lastly, your passion should never be selfish. Your passion should include a portion that helps give back to someone else. I think that's a missing element in a lot of the things that we see today, particularly with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the 29,000 different reality shows, Who Wants to Score Big with a Millionaire, whatever it is. It's a sad life if all you're living for is to do something more for yourself. I mean, at some point, how much more can you really do for yourself? Life should be really about moving and progressing to a place where other people around you are better because you said yes to your passion. Remember the fleas that we talked about earlier? They were in that compartment, in that canister. They couldn't jump out. But when the new fleas were introduced and they jumped out, instantly something happened. They saw that, wow, they got out. They have the same ability that we have. A lot of times you'll meet people that will say, you know what, I never could write a book. I never could do an album. I never could help a business. I never could do whatever. But when you get around them and you're so enthusiastic and exuberant about what you're doing, it's contagious. I find it very interesting that last year when the H1N1 virus really became very popular, that everywhere you went there was hand sanitizer. You go to Wawa. I never saw hand sanitizer in Wawa. I couldn't even get my money from the bank teller because she had on these thick rubber gloves. I'm like, just give me my money. And then I was paranoid, so I did my hands, you know, because this might be anthrax or something. I don't know. So, and I thought it was very interesting that we were very concerned about what was on our hands, but not what was on our minds. Now, as a life coach, I deal a lot with things that impact our lives. And there's something that happens when you're around an airborne disease called negativity. It has a greater effect on your life than H1N1. I mean, you can wash your hands, but how do you wash your mind? And that's what we're going to talk about next. Perception, because that's what affects how we think. Perception is based on two things. It's based on your environment